Hi, I'm Drew, and this is the second part of our Airsoft preparedness videos. In this one, we're going to talk about how you're expected to act when you're at the field.
So I'm Mike, and we're going to talk a little bit about integrity on the field. This is a game, right? And we're all there to have fun. Every single person out there is there to have fun. You're going to get shot, and you're going to ask yourself, oh, did I get... And the answer is yes, you did. You want to be more honest in playing on the field than you are in real life. If you act like that, I think you're going to be really, really happy. Remember, you want to make them happy as much as you want to be happy yourself, because then everybody has a really great experience. So I wanted to also mention, make sure to wear eye protection at all times when you're on the field. You should have planned this out beforehand. I know a bunch of you are renting, you'll get it as soon as you get there, but wear your sunglasses up to the guy at the counter. Just be totally paranoid about wearing eye protection while you're on the field. I also want to mention right up front, if anyone ever gets hurt in any way, shape, or form on the field, if you see somebody fall and break their leg or something like that, I'm not talking about they're coughing or they're out of breath on the side of the field. I'm talking of paramedic needs to be called. That's called a blind man. And what happens if somebody gets hurt?
We all yell blind man.
Blind man, that's right.
That's what stops
you yell blind man, that's what happens. I also want to talk about the end of the game. When everything's over and you're done, you want to make sure that your gun's unloaded. Remove the magazine from your gun. Don't ever walk around outside the playing field with your gun with a magazine in it. Just don't. It's the wrong thing to do. Also, make sure when you have a gun off the field, you want to make sure it's pointed downward, right? Most of them have this orange tip, down, down, down. Not up, bad, 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 bad. Don't do that. Horrible idea. Make sure it's down at all times. That's definitely the right thing to do. Now, also, we're all playing together, right? So if somebody gets you and you're angry about it, don't be all like that. Don't ever say anything bad about the other team. I'm guilty a little bit. Don't taunt the other team. It's not the right thing to do, right? We're all here to play. Don't say negative things. And if at some point in some strange situation you think somebody's cheating or whatever, find a ref. It's not your problem. You're there to play a game. So if you're really pissed at somebody, go someplace else. Don't deal with it, and or go off the field and cool off. So
yeah, the refs are the ones wearing yellow, so that's all you need to know about that.
No one, don't shoot anybody wearing yellow.
Sometimes, just stay away from the yellow people unless you need some help. Also, you might find that you exchange pleasantries with the people who shot at you or you just shot. Now that's okay. Just try to keep all negative things to yourself. As far as getting shot, any hit counts. If it hits your gun, if it hits something you're wearing, if it hits your hat, just the brim of it.
Us can vary field to field, but where we are, if it hits any part of you, you're dead.
Any part of you,
just
it counts.
Be dead. Just be dead when you're dead.
The one exception, if a BB hits you, you're out, unless it's a ricochet. And if you're not sure, you should probably just call yourself out. But a bunch of times you'll be standing in a corner someplace, and you're like, there's absolutely no way him could hit me, and the BB hits you. And the chances are it hit the wall next to you and bounced and
or
hit
several
you.
Walls.
Yeah, so in that case, you're not dead. But in every other case, if a BB hits you, you're dead. Now, when you die, what you do is you raise your hand above your head as quickly as possible. Or if you have a dead rag and get to that quickly, raise that above your head.
Also raising your gun over your head.
Whatever you can do the quickest. So I suggest just raising your hand over your head. And if you have a dead rag, go for that second. But raise the hand over your head. Now, if you're just near a window or a doorway, flag the doorway. Let them know they got you. That's always fun. I like to know when I
don't just bust out a doorway either, dude.
Yeah. So when you're now that you're dead, it's time to make your way back to your spawn. Now, this is one of the more dangerous parts of Airsoft.
I've been hurt more times.
Be careful of your own team more than your own team. Now that you're headed back, there's people around you in pitched firefights. Now, if there's a crazy firefight going on, consider just staying put in a safe area until things die down a bit.
No joke, stay put.
Once you decide to move, if you're going around any corners, past any doorways, any windows, call out or wave your flag or your hand in front, just so they're not firing at someone else way far away and you just walk right in between that. That's what you really want to be afraid of. That's what you need to watch out for. So that's how to die. The other things that you can do in the game are that are a little unusual are in this course you can jump through windows. They're not the tiny windows you'd have to squeeze
Gymnastics.
through, but there are larger windows they're kind of big and they're only like waist high.
They're definitely larger than a normal window.
You can jump through those. Now be careful when you do that. There's a high chance of falling, and you don't have to do it. There are doorways.
Dangerous,
but if you
doable.
feel the need, do it and be careful about it. Don't rush through a window and fall over. It's just not worth it. Let's see what else.
Blind fire.
Blind fire.
All right.
Your favorite.
Yeah. Gun, right? I'm pointing at you and firing. That's just fine. If there's a wall in front of me, going like this, shooting over the wall when I can't see, that's not kosher. That's called blind fire. Also coming around a corner and you peek with the gun and you fire ahead of yourself, that's not kosher. That's called blind fire. You need to be able to see where you're shooting. If you can't see where you're shooting, that's bad. And when you leave the field, always disarm. Take the magazine out of your gun. I'm going to keep emphasizing all these really important points here. So, what else do we got?
Grenades.
Grenades. There are grenades in the field of Airsoft. Thunderbees is the most scary for me because they make very, very loud noises. Basically, if a grenade goes off next to you...
You'll know it. It's very loud.
Yeah, and you're dead. Don't even discuss it. If you're in a room, you're dead. If you're outside between two buildings and it goes off near you, you're dead.
25-foot radius.
Yeah, it's a pretty big radius, so...
The way to avoid them or get behind something, like if you go down a hallway and so you're no longer in the room with the grenade, that's a way to avoid it. Also, if you get behind something big, like a car, that would be a way to avoid. But otherwise, if you're within 25 feet, you're just dead.
Yeah, they're really cool. You can also buy them if you want to bring them to the field.
Okay, so the engagement distances are the other really important rule in this game. And that is, you'll be all renting AEGs, airsoft rifles, and they'll be firing at more than 300 feet per second, these little BBs. And so, because they're firing so fast, you want to make sure that you're not too close to someone when you shoot them. Otherwise, you could cause something a little bit more serious, an injury, than anyone's really looking for. So, the engagement distance for all the guns you'll be renting are 25 feet. 25 feet is about the size of the width of the road that we'll be firing on. And if anyone is less than that, you need to back up. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to be at least 25 feet away from them. Now, they might have pistols and other guns that fire at slower speeds, so they're able to engage you at shorter distances, like 10 feet, and fire at you. And there's nothing really you can do about that besides get a pistol of your own, which won't be happening for this op. So realize that they might be able to fire at you and you can't fire at them, and there's nothing you can do about it.
If you're carrying a big gun, don't get up on them. That's not the right thing to do.
The other rule is if they're really close to you, less than 10 feet, they might just run up to you and say bang. And they could have shot you just then, but they're doing you a favor because they're so close to you. They're saying, hey, I could shoot you right now, but instead I'm just going to say bang, and you just call yourself out. Be thankful. They're actually doing you a favor.
Be grateful, man. You don't want to get shot at point blank distance.
The only other thing,
very nice for saying bang.
This isn't such a firm rule, but hosing is not allowed on some courses, and it's not really talked about in this one. But in general, I think it's good to limit your automatic fire to less than 3 seconds. Basically, you can fire for longer periods of times, but you're probably not going to hit anything more.
He's talking to me. I like to hold that trigger down.
You're probably not going to hit anything else more. It's hard on the gun, and in general, you're just wasting ammo.
Yeah,
so
short controlled bursts.
Yeah, be sure what you're firing at.
It's good. I also like the semi-automatic rounds the most. That's where you can only shoot one round per...
now, the direction you're firing, you should never fire up.
Oh yeah. Don't shoot at the ceiling. It's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Just like with a normal gun, don't shoot up. It's a horrible, horrible idea, right? There are also walls every place. Don't climb those walls, man. You may think you're Tarzan, but you're really not. Don't do it. This is not the right place for that. Jump through windows, that's fine. They're designed for that. But don't be climbing up some walls. Now, remember we talked about the guys in the yellow vest? What do we not do? Shoot them. Yes. Don't shoot the guys in the yellow vest. But the other thing you don't do is argue with them. Refs are basically God. Just listen to them. Whatever they say goes. Don't really interrupt what they're doing. If you have questions for the refs, do it off the field after the game. Leave the refs alone. Do what they tell you. They know everything.
Also, don't expect too much out of your own team. They may ask you to do things that you don't want to do. You don't have to do it. And the other way may go, you may ask them to do something. They may not do it. If you don't expect too much, you won't be disappointed. In general, we're trying to work together, but it doesn't always go that way. So don't expect too much. And if you're ever in doubt as to what rules, what, and who shot who first, or any of these things, just call yourself out.
Yeah, be dead, man.
It's really, you come back to life really
yeah,
often.
Man, be dead.
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It's so easy just to die.
Totally.
So I often just die rather than discuss anything. The ref at the respawn area will tell you when to come back in.
We're talking about being dead, right? We're telling you, be dead, be dead. What's that mean? Well, when you're dead, you definitely have to go back to the respawn area. And the respawn area has a ref in it most of the time. The ref will tell you when you can respawn. There may be rules like 5-man respawn or 5-minute respawn or any of that. Hopefully there'll be a ref around. The ref will just tell you, hey, go ahead and spawn right now. Now, the other question is, who do I shoot? Oh. I shoot myself. Oh, gonna edit it now, Foz. Oh, boy. That's a good boy. I got it. Yeah. There we go.
So do we just abort?
No. We can deal.
Okay.
We can deal. All right, post-Fossa apocalypse. We were on. Yeah, who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? At the place we're at, the bad guy will be clearly marked. They use duct tape, and they mark the colors on both arms, on your front, and on your back. And so you should know who the bad guys are. Other places, it can be by clothing. This particular place, it's by the armbands and what's marked on your front and your back. So you should be able to tell who they are. Now, if you're not sure who they are, don't kill them off the bat. Maybe fire near them so they turn around and look at you and like wave and go, hey, are we on the same team or something? If you shoot your own team, they're dead. Don't test by shooting them. That's a horrible idea. Don't shoot unless you know who the enemy is, right? So pretty basic advice. Same thing, first-person shooter, right? Don't shoot the people on your own team. They die. Don't do that.
And if you do kill someone on your own team, say you're sorry. It's not always nice.
Always be apologetic. Even to the other team, I'm apologetic at this point. If I shoot somebody on the other team and it was a little close or it was a good battle, I'll say nice things to them. We're all playing a game together. It's really fun. Be nice.
And the final tip, and this is a bit more of a nuance for this course, is the car door's open. So, if you want to crawl in that car to avoid fire, or if you want to, if you're worried about someone shooting you from the behind and you can just open this car door and it protects your sixth, well, that's all possible at this course. So realize that those cars are maybe even better cover than they appear.
Thanks for coming to play Airsoft with us. I hope that this keeps up. I really like this place. Keep in touch with us. If you have any questions, let us know.